Yo, what is up guys? Back with another story time. It's Josh. And today's story time will be on this video is just gonna be a crazy one, right? So basically today all we did to this day was get in trouble. This isn't like the other two recent story times I've did in my video. There are gonna be multiple things that got in trouble for this day. So basically we got in trouble about 4 to 5 times. And one of them, to me, was so funny how I got in trouble for it. And it was just funny to my friends, because this one was just me. So, holy crap. That is the most loud game. So basically, this story time was basically crazy. We got in trouble about, like I said, 5 times. So, we did a pretty bad stuff, which happened in my neighborhood, not at school, so like my parents haven't known about this, but since they're gonna watch the video, they're gonna know that I got in trouble for all this. Basically, one of the first times, which isn't a funny time, but here's a different one, which probably should not have happened. One of the story times where, so this time was not funny at well. It was not that funny. What we did is we actually so there was this place in my old neighborhood, right? And what this place was basically where they found all the old bikes. Basically, they found a bunch of old bikes. There were like lost bikes in there that people just left out in their spot or like at the clubhouse. And basically, we snuck into this place where they had all the bikes and everything in there. And what we did is basically we just took the bikes. We took all the bikes and scooters and started taking all of them down to this pond we were at, which I think you know where we're going with this. We basically grabbed all these bikes that people would normally come back every day. There's like 4 bikes that people come back for and take their bikes, because a lot of people come back for them. And we just threw them all in the pond. And at like the last bike, one of the rudest workers at the complex was there. And she was yelling at us like, hey, you understand what you're doing is technically stealing? And I'm telling your mom, but of course this girl's like only been here for a few weeks, so she can't really tell my mom anything. So she couldn't really do anything. This just happened. So we're just there watching all the bikes that people were asking where are they for sinking the pond. She told me the day after to come meet all the families and apologize, which obviously none of me and my friends did. We were too busy on COD. Notice this is about 2 years ago. So this is a while back. And so this part was a little further back, I think. It was this one time, it was also like the same day, obviously. We found a wait, what happened? I gotta remember what happened on that one, because I remember there was a lot. Basically we were there, we found so we found a lizard, right? And we were chasing the lizard around. And basically the lizard went into a tree, so we gave up. And then in a corner, which we were looking at also, we were also looking around in corners. We basically, we were, freaking looking for, then we found this dead rat, right? And keep in mind, we're right outside the door of the clubhouse here. So basically, we're right outside the door and we find this dead rat, right? What happened is that we basically were, what am I talking about, bro? We basically just found this dead rat, right? And me being the psychopath, obnoxious kid I went out there and I started screaming so loud, like, rat, like super loud. I was screaming the word rat super loud, and the teacher obviously didn't approve of it. And so she comes outside. She's like, "Is that you screaming?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Who are you screaming at?" I'm like, "Oh, we found a dead rat." And she's like, "Okay, well, please don't come back in here." Basically kicking us out. And so we weren't allowed to go back in there. Every time me and my friends would try to go in there, she'd be like, "No, no, no, sorry, you're not allowed to be here." Trying to be nice about it, but you know, obviously we're kids, so we think she's being super rude. And yeah, we were kicked out of there. And now another story, which was like obviously I already told you a few where like we put the bikes underwater, and another one where what the frick am I saying, dude? Where we I cannot think about anything. Holy crap, dude, this is bad. Where we drowned the bikes, and then this one where we just got kicked out of the clubhouse. This last one was at a friend's house. I remember my friend, basically, I was kind of this is when we got home, and I was just in the mood of not behaving. What the heck? So I was in the mood of not behaving at all. So this is like maybe 2 hours after this first incident happened. And after this first incident happened, we went down to the second one about an hour later. So now we're about 3 hours into our day. And what we did was we were at our friend's house, right? And my friend, well, I wasn't technically in trouble, but it was bad. And technically he got in trouble, but I technically should have gotten in trouble too. We were being stupid. We were playing soccer in his house, right? And she's got this little cabinet with all these glass bowls and plates. And one of the things we did is I kicked the ball into one of the pots, and it fell down and shattered everywhere. So his mom was gonna be home in about like 5 minutes. So we quickly he got the broom and everything. We cleaned it up. I don't know still to this day if she knows that that happened to her thing. Hopefully she doesn't know. She might. He told me she found out, but maybe. I hope she doesn't know, because if she does, that's embarrassing. We basically ruined joke. Yeah, so we broke one of her things, which is kind of bad. And then this last incident, guys, I know this might be a shorter video. It's not very long, but one of the shorter incidents that happened is... what was it again? I remember it was something to do with the kids, the middle schoolers, or like maybe the high schoolers coming home from the bus. Oh my god, I just remembered another story I want to tell. I'll add it in this video, which involved my siblings as well. This one was really funny as well. This story time is also very funny. What happened was, what am I trying to say? For the bus story, which I'm going to talk about in a second, for the bus story, what happened is that there was the high schoolers coming home from the school, right? They're coming home about an hour and a half after we do, so because we got home for about 2:30. I think they got home maybe at like 3:30. So they're home way after. So we've been outside for now 45 minutes, and we're already in our hey, let's do our thing now, want to get into some trouble conversation. That conversation's all done. And that's what we're doing. So we're running around getting in, just trouble. And this is the day after the other few incidents, which also, so what we did to these buses, right, is me and my friend went behind it, right, and he has these, like, obviously it's not that big of a deal. I mean, is it vandalizing, guys? Comment down below. Is this vandalizing? We went up by the bus, and there was the back door of it, and we ran up to the back of the bus, and we just got a black Sharpie, ran it all down and up into the side of the bus in the back. So basically culling all over it and then running away. And that's what we did because we're little babies. We ran away after we did it. And we ran far, like we ran into the trees and into the bushes and kind of near the woods area. Which, if any of you guys watched the video, there's kind of like a woods area back then out there, and so we ran out there. If any of you guys know what I'm talking about, like the video. I love how I turn this into asking for likes. If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment down below and tell me if you know what I mean. But so we started coloring all over the bus. Me and my friend got these Sharpies. We had 2 of them in each hand. So basically, we just colored all over the bus. I mean, the next day after we looked back, we were hiding in the bush to see what it looked like. You could tell they obviously tried to clean it off. I mean, they were trying to clean it off, which they didn't really succeed. It was still showing there. So we were basically screwed. If they saw our faces, they know where we live because they've drove by and seen me come out of my house before many times, and like we've waved and stuff, or like, she's waved and we've waved back basically. So they know where we live. So if the bus driver gets mad enough, she's gonna come and. So if she gets mad enough, she can just come to our house, bro, and she'll say something to her mom, saying, "Hey, your kids vandalized my thing." I don't know. Is that vandalizing? I don't think it's vandalizing. It might be vandalizing. I hope it's not, because that might have been illegal. I don't know. Man, hopefully, if it was, we're kind of screwed. Well, obviously, it was about a year ago, so we're all good. Like 2 years ago. It was a while back. So, and then this one more incident, guys, where me, my siblings, and me and my siblings, we were all outside, right? This is when it was snowing. I don't know if it was around Christmas. It might have been. It was when the snow was here, right? So we were playing in the snow. Well, not really playing in the snow. But what we did is it was like, guys, let's make snowballs and throw them at people's cars. Basically, we missed every single car. Until my 5-year-old brother, Timmy, well, I didn't like doing it because I'm like, hey, we're going to get in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble, so do you guys mind doing this? Even though, I mean, that's like not a very good thing to get mad at, but I feel like somebody who lives in our neighborhood and drives by us all the time would know, you know? Maybe we lived. So Timmy grabbed this huge snowball, and he threw it at this lady's car. And when he threw it at her car, she was very upset, and she knew, and she got out of the car and everything. She got out of the car. So she started coming out of the car. We all ran. I split up from my siblings and ran the other back way. She started chasing me because you're not going to chase the 5-year-old, I don't think. So she wasn't chasing my brother. And so she came after me. And she's like, "Excuse me, what are you doing? You just damaged my car." I'm trying to sound like some angry woman's voice, but I can't. I'm like, "You just damaged my car. Where's your address? Where do you live?" Like she's gonna grab my hand and walk me to my house. And then me being a little like, "Oh, we just got caught." I'm like, "Oh, we live in a different neighborhood." Like that obviously was gonna make her think, "Oh, I probably should believe him. He probably doesn't live here." But so she drove off, and my little siblings, knowing they more, they would come running home. "Mom, Mom, we all got in trouble." Like, you don't say anything, we'll just pretend it never happened. I'm like coming home screaming, "Hey, we got in trouble." I'm like, no, we didn't get in trouble. It's a prank. We just got pranked. So that's today's story time, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to like the video. I remember I've wanted to do story times for a minute. And I remember I wrote down a few of them so I can remember just the names of what happened. So I'm going to let you guys know what happened soon. And maybe tomorrow I'll have another story time for you guys. I'll have to remember some. But if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like the video. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace.